Back in a second, guys. If you can hear me, I'm just tidying a bit of shit up. That needs cleaning, that VR. Oh dear. Ah. Fuck. Whoa. Wowee. Holy fuck me, that was amazing. Hoo-wee. I would actually go as far as to say that I think that is actually better than the single player. Single player's okay, it's linear, very linear, you're shooting shit, but that co-op is just fucking hell. Well, I'm really hoping you guys got to see it, and I'm guessing you heard the excitement. But fuck, that was, whoa. Holy shit. You can't hear me, guys, can you? Just confirm, because obviously I've been swapping headsets and shit and doing all sorts. Fucking hell. It is truly unreal. What I'd like people to do... Red? Fucking sweating like bollocks, about lost a stone. Cheers, you can hear me. I'll tell you what I'd like you to do, guys, if you're on Twitter and stuff, and I know that people... I do get enthusiastic, I get excited, but that was just purely... That's a gaming experience on par with the Wii... With the Wii Tennis. You've always heard me for the last 10 years say, when asked what's the greatest gaming moment I've ever felt, and it was the Wiimote taking it to a new direction. VR's a good thing when it came out, but that has finally got that co-op mode there. Just, I really hope it comes across in the stream as how amazing that was, and the communication, and I'm going to tell you what sells it as well, and I'm hoping that came across in the stream. When you can see me holding the sniper rifle blew my mind. I was a really bit fucking pissed that I didn't get time with it. But when I've got the assault rifle and you could see them really a long way off, and I am literally putting that gun, I am doing that. No word of a lie. When I have got that right up to my eye, and I've even got my left eye shut. I even close my left eye, because you can see the reticle. If you keep both eyes open, you can't. It's like real fucking life. And the accuracy of it, that is what just blows my mind. And Luke touched upon a thing that I think somebody mentioned last night, that the developers of this game, it's their first ever game. They need to win awards for this shit. You can do randoms. And I'd co-op with you. If anybody's got this and wants to co-op, give me a shout. I will gladly co-op with you. Because you can get leaderboards and shit as well. That's not even touching on that. But these people that's made this game, they need to win awards. And I'm talking on the level of what they've achieved and got it absolutely perfectly spot on. Because that co-op was just... fantastic. And I absolutely love the idea of friendly fire. You've always heard me piss and moan about friendly fire. I'd be fucking useless at it. But it's great. I can't, Marcus. And I'm hoping you've watched me. I know I get excited, and you know I do. I'm a gamer at heart. I love gaming. I swear to God, that experience is fucking outstanding. And it goes down on everything to being in a room with a friend, to working together. You heard us working together. The gunplay, you heard Luke say swapping weapons is fantastic, and it is. Quick flick of the shoulder, boom, you've got a shotgun. The only thing I keep forgetting on that shotgun, and I've died a few times, is when I've got my shotgun, I forget to fucking reload it. No, it can't be played without VR, mate. It is a VR-only exclusive game. Luke actually has been out and bought that today, the whole thing for that, including camera, VR, and the game. But fucking hell. It is so fun. I was enjoying the single player. That is just out of this world. And I'll tell you something else as well, and this is going to shock a lot of you. I hope you're sitting down. I think I would gladly just jump in randoms to play that, and I'll say that because of this. This, because this is a game where you know what you've got to do. You've got to work together. Okay, you might get the odd knobhead that shoots you and kills you. Stupid. But you know what you've got to do. So I'd gladly jump in the room with randoms. No problem. I think it's fantastic. And Christian, I think it's yeah, I know you are. My brain's gone dead. I'm that fucking excited. It's Benji, that's it, sorry. The game itself is just so enjoyable. And there's a challenge mode in it. Never even touched the challenge mode. And I can even see this. I mean, obviously. And your question there, Benji, about Awesome in VR. I touched on it last night. This is a stepping stone. And it's a stepping stone that probably all develop... This should sell this thing by the fucking boatload. This one experience co-op should sell this unit. They should be flying out the door. And I'm really pleased I streamed it. I wasn't going to. I was just going to have an hour with Luke because it was his first time. Really glad I streamed it. Few teething problems, but holy shit. Wow. Just brilliant. I'm flabbergasted. And knackered. And my foot's fucking itching again. And yes, I'm scratching it. Sue me. In fact, I'm going to scratch that fucking skin off in a minute. Oh, Jesus fuck. Any questions or any things? Is it getting pretty late? Is that why there's only a few in the room? I think it is, isn't it? It's gone 11 o'clock, isn't it? I think the room's died down about 11. What I was going to touch on about Twitter and stuff, and I got sidetracked. What I would really like you guys to do, I'd like you to go and tweet yourselves and get it out there and tell people that you've watched a stream and tell them how good it is. Go on to your social networks and use them for what they're meant to use. Because the more praise this game gets, that's how things like this work. Don't just sit about and say, oh God, I've watched this tonight and it's great. Get on Twitter, get on Facebook. I actually, Craig, I was going to do that video today about the my chicken, but I didn't do it because I got waylaid with all my fucking returns and shit. Albert, I mentioned earlier, I actually, playing in the single player today, that carried on from last night. You actually, you went on a ledge, on a proper ledge, but you had to stand sideways and walk down it, and there's aliens dropping. I fell off the ledge and it made me feel fucking ill for a couple of seconds because I fell off and you literally get the feeling like you have fell off. But then, you know, when you heard me laughing halfway through that stream when I said I nearly fell over going to try and find Luke, I honestly, I'd gone. In fact, it's making me laugh thinking about it. You know the Ronnie O'Sullivan famous face plant? I had gone. I was doing the tumble. My fucking foot was going and I couldn't figure out how. And it was so funny and I'm chuckling now about it. I mean, you're saying that, Albert, you know, my heart was going to burst but you know, being in the thick of the battle, I mean, you saw me moving, you saw me looking and moving and going. It's fantastic, it really is. It's just wow. And I nearly didn't get this. I seriously nearly didn't get this. It's only because I sold an item. I sold something on eBay and it made me the exact same amount that it cost. So it literally cost me nothing, and I wasn't going to get it. And God, am I glad I did. Oh, I am, mate, 100%. This is fantastic. And also, I'm guessing the developers will be more than likely be adding to multiplayer. I know it's only just come out, but, you know, more enemies, more places. I don't know if they're going to, Albert, to be fair. Albert, there's no stopping you getting a PlayStation if you're a gamer. You know, if that's the point, I just go back to what I've said before, where this needs to be talked about, and it needs to be said that this game is brilliant. And nobody can complain anymore. You know the questions we get asked on the podcast, well, where's the AAA title? This is the game for VR. And if you just caught the bit about Luke as well, Luke said that the game himself, you didn't, when he was watching the stream last night, he felt it looked good, but then when he was in it, completely different. And I think that's something again that just takes it up. It's just amazing. Shame that the room's empty. And if I think I might call it a night then and just go and have a bit of recovery and watch some TV actually and tidy this place up. It's a fucking shithole. Oh. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:37.
Oh God, no wonder. Does VR games have updates? Yeah, mate, it's just a normal game. VR games are just perfectly normal games. Discs, digitals, everything. It's no different. It's a video game after all. It only just runs with the... Yeah, hopefully another turntable will be here tomorrow and they'll fetch the other one. But get this as well. Going back to that. This is how stupid and backward they are. So I've accepted an Amazon return. It's being picked up tomorrow. Okay? And basically, I'll tell you now, there will be a separate person that brings the new player to the one that fetches this. And that to me is so fucking backward business, it's unbelievable. Am I enjoying the streaming over the podcast? Both of them, mate. If I go back to podcasting, I should do both. I'm not going to lie, I'd like to see the numbers start to increase on this. You know, we're getting average of 30, 35 on a good night. I'd like to see that double, start tripling, because at least what that shows, it shows people are interested in me doing it. If I'm just streaming every night and the room's staying at 25, 35, it's like the same people and it's going to get boring. And you show it, it's not like progressing. And I'd like to see some progression. How that happens, I don't know. I think, and it boils down to, and I hate saying this, you know it's a bit of a joke and we all joke about it, but it's likes. You know, it's likes. Just go and like the video. You've watched it, you've enjoyed me talking. Take fucking 2 seconds to click like. That's it. I do miss you on the podcast, just can't quit. Don't worry, I mean, you know, I'm not going to give it up, I don't think. But you all know the reasons why and shit, and this has been a good release, actually, this kind of thing, because one, it's... Alright, I've never watched the film, mate, so... over my head, I'm afraid. Yeah, I appreciate that, Craig. But that, if I'm being honest, if you're talking about do I want to do this and do the other, I do want to see progression. Because I think you guys must understand, if I'm doing this every night, surely it's got to progress. I mean, out of the big... And I'm not dreaming of big fucking YouTubers. Christ, I don't think I could handle it. I'd lose my shit. But you know what I'm saying? You need to see that you're getting something out of it. So, you know, when I first streamed, I was getting 5 or 6 people. And then a week later, it went to 10 and 12. And now we get to 20. And then the other night, we had 30, 40, 50 odd. That's the kind of numbers I want to see. And again, I'm trying to stream at the right time. I streamed in the daytime in the UK. That was no good, which is self-explanatory. So I think me streaming from like any time after 7:30 to midnight, I think it's a perfect time. So, we shall have to see. Nobody's commented on the donation button, by the way. I did put that in the chat, by the way. And I was expecting a bit of backlash. And I did put that in there because a couple of people have actually messaged me privately to ask how can they support the show. And I've always said that has always been live. It's just that I took it down. So that has been put there for people asking. And it's the only place it is as well. I'm not going to start putting it on the website or anything. I mean, customise. I mean, how do you... I mean, I've got pictures. I've got my picture up there. I've got Cranky Gamers up there. What do you do? There's not a lot else you can do. I'm streaming every night. It's going up every night, staying up. I'll also say this as well, by the way, about the streaming side of things, and I don't know how you guys think. You know my mainstay is podcasting. I like to talk about games as well. Very opinionated, I always have been. It's what I've always done. And a lot of you guys say I do it well. I prefer as much chatting on these streams as I do actually playing games, and that, you see, could go against me. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I could change the title. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's a 2-second job every time I log on. But it says it in the tweet at the bottom. I leave that one up. It tells you what the game is. When you get the notification on Twitter and what have you, it should tell you what's happening there. Yeah, I mean, that's what I enjoy doing. So I've played games in this last month for doing this streaming, so a bit of both. But I like the chat. I like the feedback. I've always liked feedback with the community. I think it's essential. I mean, I watch streams where people don't even talk or don't even say, do you know what I mean? They don't say anything, and it's like, what? Yeah, mate, I've got to say, Albert, I'm with you, mate, 100%. I stopped watching streams like that. And there's like when you've got fucking pictures and dings and thanks for the subscription. Bullshit. Why? I want to watch the fucking stream, not see 50,000 things going across. You know, there's many streams, Albert, I've seen and nobody talks. Like, why would you even stream? I mean, I listen, and I'll say this. I don't mind seeing a donation thing scrolling across the bottom. Because I do believe, and I'm a firm believer, that if people are taking the time to do things for you guys, then some kind of small reward is probably showing that you support the channel. I don't know how many people watch streams on YouTube. Loads, mate. YouTube's just as, I wouldn't say it's as big as Twitch, but it's getting there. I don't watch any other streamers, mate. I don't. Very rarely. I tell you the only streamer I watched in the recent month, and that's One Shot Girl. She's pretty good. I'm not setting up a Patreon again. It's just opening myself to shit. But the donation button's there, and that goes to the same place where the Patreon stuff went as well. Well, I can tell you now, I'll tell you a story. I did Twitch before YouTube was on this system, and I had a donation button, and it was actually on the splash screen, not in your face. It was there. I've never had a single donation on Twitch whenever I was doing it on there, albeit I didn't do it regular. I did it a few times. Never had a single one. And it's not all about the donations. I don't want to start that again, and I don't want to start all the shit again, because I should just say forget it. But my point is, like I've just said to you guys, if you're enjoying something, and the streams like with all the shit on, I agree, all the bells and whistles is so off-putting, it's crazy. But a scroll bar with donation things, then I don't mind that. And I've even donated to people myself, a couple of them on Twitch, because I've sat and enjoyed it, and I take the view of I'm watching it and it's entertainment, and it's entertained me, and that's the point I look at. And as I said, when I had my meltdown rant on that thing, if you remember me saying way back in the day, when all the shit that's ever been said on this show about, you know, like, it's like I've never, whenever shit's hit the fan, it's always been about Patreon or money for the show. It's not free. It's simple as. It's not free. I have to pay like about 30 quid a month, and nobody else pays it. I'm now, because of all the shit, I'm paying it. And I've not had donations in a long time. In fact, since Patreon has shut, which is what, 6 months ago? No, 4 months ago, sorry. I've had 2 donations. But what I'm saying is, that's the thing that I'm trying to get across. It's not all about money. It never is. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's that. Yeah, but the channel is kind of my own, Craig. It's no different. The guys do their other stuff. None of the other guys have got any donations or anything at all going. This is Cranky Gamers. It's linked to me. I own it. It's my channel. My podcast, my channel. So any donations do go towards this. But like I say, Benji, I've never had a sub or a payment on. I don't know how the subs work, to be honest. I mean, I know that subs, I think it doesn't do a subs like $4.99. I don't even know what subs are on Twitch. If anybody in this chat now can give me a rundown on what the sub is. I've seen streams where it says sub, thank you for subscribing and shit, but I've never known what that is. Do Twitch get a cut? Does it go straight to you? I have no idea how it works. I mean, to be fair, I'll tell you, I think YouTube, I prefer YouTube, and I'll tell you why. And I may have mentioned this before. Twitch, whenever you Twitch stream, to you guys, it makes no difference to you out there whether you touch Twitch button or YouTube button. You're going to get the same shit. No different. To me, though, it makes a difference because I don't have to do anything to this feed. If you guys miss it or you're busy, you're going out with the wife but you fancy catching it, you come home at night, it's on YouTube. I've had to do nothing to it. These are automatically uploaded for me. I don't touch them. I can go in and change the title if I wish, but I never do, and I should do maybe. And I might jump on and change this one. I can also, if I want, go on and monetize them. And I want to say this to you guys as well. I've been doing these streams for a month. I don't think any of them have been monetized because YouTube hasn't got a setting that automatically monetizes. You've got to go in manually and check it. And to be honest, that monetization is like a penny 1,000 fucking clicks. So it's, unless you want big numbers, it makes no odds. So the point is, to me, YouTube's better for me because it takes care of the backward stuff. What it would mean to me if I just suddenly said, fuck it, I'll go to Twitch. When that's done, I've got to go onto Twitch, log in, the videos are in segments, I've got to fucking edit them, get them, upload them manually to YouTube so you guys can see them. Because now Twitch has got a policy that it only holds the videos on their system for a certain amount of days, which is bullshit. Oh, you get off, do you? Cheers, Benji. I mean, and to answer you, Craig, software, this is done automatically, mate. This is all through the PlayStation. What you see now is all automatic. I press a broadcast button, it goes up to YouTube automatically, and I don't do a thing. I just change a few settings with wording and what I want to go up there. As for my unboxing videos, then that's me. I do that myself. I record it myself. My unboxings go on. I use my MacBook and I use I use QuickTime to record because it handles the camera good and records flawlessly in 1080p. And then I use iMovie because it's what I've trained myself with. I can now edit my unboxings within about 5-10 minutes. And it's only the rendering that then takes about 40 minutes to an hour. And now I've lowered the rendering down, but it still goes to 1080p. It now uploads in literally 5 minutes with my internet speed. So YouTube does it really coolly. I think YouTube's the best thing. Twitch just means me doing fucking what's it. I didn't think there was, Benji. I left Twitch because they changed it all. The last time I used Twitch, we had to manually go and put the files, tick the boxes, and agree to them going up to YouTube. Whether it's changed, I've got to admit, it's quite a while, a few months since I've been on Twitch, but I remember, because me and Ricky used to talk about it, because at the time I moved to Twitch, I mean, the Cranky Gamers UK Twitch channel is there. It's up there now. You go on Twitch and type Cranky Gamers UK, it's there. There's nothing on it. Because I go through this medium. But you see, let me ask you guys, you're saying, what difference would it make to you, me going to Twitch? I don't think it would. And you could say something like, well, the subs. Well, there's no stopping people donating to that button the same amount. It's the same thing. It's just this is easier for me. It is what it is. So they've simplified it then. But what I'm saying is, Marcus, that's an extra step for me. I know it's not a big extra step, but it is. So, and like I've said to you guys, it makes no odds, does it? You get a notification I'm streaming, you're just going to click that thing and it's going to take you an open YouTube gaming or whatever, and you're going to watch my stream. Yeah, I just think YouTube is the best way to stream nowadays, especially on a console. And if I ever get an Elgato, that's set up as well, I'll go through YouTube through there as well. I won't bother with Twitch. When you set it up, you choose where it wants to go. When you stream on it, you'll go to YouTube. There you go. At least I've now calmed down after the thing. God, I need a shower. I am wet through. Oh dear. I'm hungry. I am hungry. And I've actually just thought, and know before somebody asks, it's normally Craig, I haven't eaten. That was a strange move, that was, by Microsoft. Very strange. Again, Microsoft do strange, silly things, don't they? Twitch works fine on it. If I'd have been Microsoft, I'd have gone down this route. I'd have made the Xbox do the same as this. Give you the choice of... YouTube or Twitch. When I press broadcast on my button, I just press and hold this button and it comes up and says Twitch or YouTube. Why Xbox never put YouTube on, I don't know. Yeah, I know you can still use it, but it don't make sense. Why, again, and I'm not bashing, but Microsoft do strange things that always compete and do stupid things. Do you know what I think? Do you know what I mean? On Twitch, I could sub to you with my Twitch Prime, which is free to me through Amazon. I didn't know that. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how to set the subs up on Twitch. No idea, not a clue. I mean, I could try it and just go through Twitch a couple of nights, see how that works. I might have a sit on tonight when I'm done. And Craig, I'm going to get something to eat when I've done streaming, mate. I'll get a sandwich or some cereal. So I'm trying to think. Have I had a meal today? I don't think I have. Oh yeah, because that Amazon thing. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you're allowed one free subscription every month, guys. Did you know that? Benji's hit on a good thing there. So if you're a Twitch member, a Prime member on Amazon, you get one free sub that you can send to people every month. And it doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, I get you thinking, Benji. That's a good one. But the monetize is nothing like... Monetization doesn't work. Because also, Marcus, if any of my Twitch streams contain any music, they instantly get flagged and the monetization gets removed. And it literally is like I have to get something like 1,000 people watching it to make like £1. None of my videos ever get them numbers. Yeah, I understand now about the YouTube and Google guys. I get that. And also, I think Microsoft are also want to go down the route with the PC, don't they? So it ties in. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I think it's best to call it a night. We're getting close to midnight, aren't we? Which is crazy. I really hope you've enjoyed this stream tonight. I really do. The chat delay is bad, but Benji, get this, and somebody's hit on it earlier. You get game delay on Twitch, but you don't get game delay on here. So which one of the two evils do you want to get? Do you want to get game delay, or do you want to get a bit of chat delay? And it's not that bad. We don't. If we're being honest, guys, the way we do chat on this room, very rarely do we get cross purposes or lagging behind a question. And I've also got to be honest as well, when I'm doing the VR, the voice in the headset is a fucking genius move. Let's be fair. Yeah, 30-second delay shit. Because if you're going to get game delay, I can be talking to you and then be on to another thing before you're getting, you know what I mean? I just think this is just the way to go. I'd like PlayStation or YouTube to be able to integrate some shit together. So maybe help streamers. I haven't got an Xbox anymore. Seriously, if an Xbox arrived at my door tomorrow and I stuck it at the side of this, what would I play on it? Tell me now, anybody in this room, I've got an Xbox tomorrow. I'm opening it. It's connected. I switch it on. What am I playing? By the by, guys, have you heard some of the... yeah, I mean, I probably won't get one now until the Scorpio, and only if that is twofold. Price, games. And I'm talking about just games. I know I've done the old I'm going and we'll start fucking talking for another half an hour. I went for a small walk today, first time in a long time, only to a local shop because I needed something that wasn't close by. It was fucking red hot and all, by the way. So, been hearing rumours about E3. I was listening to the Giant Bombcast. Now, Giant Bombcast right now, we're talking where most of their staff is away. And and I find this quite intriguing. Jeff, what's his face? He's actually at the city. He's judging the E3 games now to win game of the show. Because I don't know if you guys know, these big guys get invited. He's on a panel that vote the game of E3. So it's all in full swing now. They're seeing the stuff as well. So thing is though, the chat, like I said, it's like the chat never crosses. Now, if we was chatting all night and people were asking questions and I was missing them or we was answering them, whatever, then yeah, I get it. But I think the chat's it handles quite well, Benji, to be fair. Life is Strange Season 2 announced. Yeah, it's been announced ages ago, hasn't it? I'm sure it had. But E3 is getting close and full swing. The room's filling up again now. Why is the room filling up? I also saw a clip on YouTube tonight where the Unlocked podcast had just put a section up about the announcement about Halo. All the Xbox fanboys thought they was going to get Halo at E3 and they've come and actually fucking killed it stone dead and said there ain't none. Albert, if you have, there's two streams, mate, that I did 2 nights running. We had a great time. We had a great time. So if you want to see it and see what we thought, but we've given up of it because the level I got to was fucking ridiculous. And I think everybody in the room, actually, I could hear everybody sighing in the room, to be honest. It was great for a couple of nights. We had a good laugh, good banter, and it was a great game. But they just made the fucking boat level ridiculous. No reason whatsoever. The game was flowing, it was working, everybody was laughing, I was laughing, it was great fun. And then they stuck us on the rowing boat, which was fucking atrocious. Then the motorboat, then the oil tanker. It was crazy. So have you played it to the end? How the fuck did you do the motorboat level then and get to that part? Because I couldn't get to that part. I'll tell you where I was, Albert. The stream that did it, that killed it 2 nights ago, we was on them small rafts where we could see the exit. You lifted the chain off one raft. It then floated. I had to jump across and get the other raft. because we had to get a box, and I got the box on the fucking raft first try. And then the raft just went over the fucking edge and I couldn't get the box off. So then we had to reset. And from that moment, the first try, I got the box and closely did it. From that moment on, we're fucked. I got on the first raft and it just floated off and I could never even make the jump across again. So how the fuck I fluked the first one, no idea. Now the point about that level is, I know what I've got to do and I know where we've got to do. I know I've got to get through there and get to the top, get on a dinghy, go down a waterfall and then go down a big pipe. I know, I've seen it on YouTube, but I just fucking couldn't get there. Shindo, how are you, matey? So what are Sony announcing? Vita 2, PS5 or just games? I think all of the above. Let's go balls out. You see, there's a question about that. How much against Microsoft does Sony want to go? Have they even got these things? We know the PlayStation 5's about. I rode to the other side of the island in the rowboat, crawled upon the shipping platform, and used the crane to lift the shipping container. Fuck off. You never lifted them containers with that crane. Yeah, but wait a minute. You got that thing. So where did you go with the shipping container? Did you go to them 2 wooden rafts then? Or did you go over the back and get to the dinghy? Yeah, I got in the rowboat. I then went to get the motorboat. I put the motorboat to the oil tanker. I drove the oil tanker into the dock. I got out, saw the fucking things and thought, there's no way on God's earth can I pull these levers and pick that up. I'd lose my mind before I did that. So then we gave up. The following night I'd watched a video because I wanted to see how close to the end I was. And I figured out a way to shimmy up the wall. So I shimmied up that white wall, got over the back, and then that's where these 2 rafts were in this box and the exit. And I think that exit takes you round the back. Yeah, you said that, Shindo, didn't you? That bit I did remember the first time. I was so fucking close. If I could have grabbed that box and pulled it across, we'd have been away. I might jump back on it. I tell you what, I might jump back on it in a couple of days when we've had a good hammer at 4-point co-op, because I'm hoping we're going to do 4-point co-op tomorrow again, streaming, because I think it was fun. Get a good session in. So yeah, I might go back to it then, because I think everybody enjoyed it. And I think we all know, guys, when you get stuck in a game, give it a fucking break and then go back. Right, guys, I'm asking you a question, all of you. In my basket on the PlayStation Store, I have the other game that plays with 4-point, 11 quid. I think I'm going to get that, no-brainer. Yeah, somebody suggested that you move it with your hands. What you could have done, Albert, is just climb the wall, mate, by doing shimmies. Would have saved you a shitload of time. In fact, I've had an idea, but yeah, something's just come to me what I can do. Instead of shimmying up the white wall, I can shimmy up the brown wall and I'll be at the dinghy. So forget that. I know what I'm going to try. What was I talking about? Lost track. Oh yeah, shop. In my basket, I've got the other shooter game with the 4-point gun. 11 quid, I think I'm going to get it. It looks fun. It's a cartoon shooter. Picture a swamp. Picture a swamp. Hillbilly town. It's like toxic. All these like weird animals, like 5-legged alligators and 3-headed fucking swans, are jumping out of the water, and you use the 4-point thing to bang different weapons. Looks fun. 11 quid. Think it's worth it. I have, though, put in the basket Mad Max. So I'm throwing it out to you guys. Mad Max, if you don't know, guys, is the game of the week this week. It's only $9.99. And apologies anybody on Twitter who saw my $5.99 post. I got that wrong. That was me being brain dead. It's $9.99. That's in my basket. I've played about the first couple of quests on the PC when it first came out. I then never went back to it, but everybody since then has said, holy fuck, Mad Max is an awesome game. Is it worth a tenner? Would I play it? Would it be worth streaming? Questions to the room from moi. Hope that turntable tomorrow's in good fucking nick. I've got Mad Max on the Xbox, enjoyed it. I'm about as far as you are. I want to get back to it. It's apparently a fucking stunning game. What new Wii Wii U games will be getting this year? Will you be getting? Sorry, Craig, 'cause it's soon. What new game will you be getting this year? What, as in video game thing, or what? I've rephrased that for me. Probably worth a tenner. Yeah, I think it's worth a tenner. I'm just wondering if I'd play it, though, at the minute. Although I'm looking for a big game to get us through. I'd like to see you stream Mad Max. I've got it, but I've barely started it. Yes, it was worth $20. I'd buy it again if I had to. So I think I might, actually, guys. Tenner's got to be worth it, hasn't it? What PS4 game? The game of the fucking century that I cannot wait for, and I'll be streaming it probably every fucking night till you get bored. Everybody's Golf. I've signed up for the beta. That beta's got to be fucking so close. Because it's out in... Oh, no, it's not. Well, that's the point. What is a tenner in dollars? Alexa, how much is £10 in dollars?
£10 is $13.04.
Did you get that? £10 is $13.04. That feature, by the way, in Alexa is probably the most used thing I do on that machine. Because I buy a... Oh, no, you're going to shoot me as well, guys. Shoot me, kill me. You remember me pissing and moaning about the Smile More store? Roman Atwood, you know, he's a favourite vlogger of mine. I love his family. I think it's great. It chills me. It calms me down at night. I just love it. Sometimes upsets me because I like the way his family runs and I miss it. Not going to lie. But I like it. It calms me. Pissed and moaned about when I bought that Smile More t-shirt. I have got an official Smile More t-shirt. I'll wear it tomorrow. If it's not in the wash. I will wear my Smile More. I ordered that from his store in America because that's the only place he fucking sells them. But the robbing bastard got to my door and it wanted £11 and 4p in custom charges. They kind of called it. And they actually called it handling fees. Basically, that meant Royal fucking Mail to take it off one man and put it on a fucking shelf. They charged me £11. So I ended up paying £31 fucking pound for a t-shirt. Vowed never to buy another thing off that Smile More store, even though there's few items I'd really love. I'd like one of his baseball caps. I'd like one of his camo Smile More baseball caps. I'd love one. I ain't paying silly money. However, shoot me. Watched his stream last night. He's bought out some really good fidget spinners. And you know I've got a fad about fidget spinners. They're in different colours, but really coolly, sad fuck of me, they're individually numbered. He's got red, orange, black and blue, I think. There's only 5,000 of each one. And they're numbered and signed. I've ordered one. So fucking shoot me. You wouldn't like the Sage, Toz. I know how much you hate Souls games, the sci-fi setting. I did see a small video, Shindo, of the Sage. The setting looks fucking brilliant, I must say. I'm hoping Ricky's going to get that. Mate, Star Trek Bridge Crew really got my interest. It was about time it come out. It's been coming out for fucking donkey's ages. But I've got a feeling it's completely multiplayer. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a 4-man game. Obviously, you've got 4 bridge people. That's why it's called through. And I've got to say, it's there. Appreciate it, Albert. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. I will probably go back to you before, but I will get Mad Max, and I'll probably stream it after we've had a couple of nights on this. What did you think about Star Trek movies? Mate, one of the biggest fans about. I've got them all in 4K on there, and I watch them a lot. The 3 movies I thought were fantastic. A brilliant, brilliant step. And I actually watched on my Kodi the other night, I watched fucking... which Star Trek is it when they go and see God? Is it Undiscovered Country? I was looking for a movie while I was eating my tea. Eric, how you going, Eric? Eric, what you need to do, my man, another American viewer, welcome to the stream. Go on YouTube after this and watch the stream before this one. I've just had an hour in co-op and I played single player the night before. All my streams are up there. Go and see it. It's fantastic, mate. Farpoint is the best co-op game I've ever played in my mind. And you'll see my excitement if you go and watch it. Hope you're doing all right, Eric. I've not heard from you for a while, mate. Still got that Redskins rubbish in your basement. Yeah, it's not this stream, though. It's the other one, don't forget, because I reset it. So if you go on YouTube, it's actually on there now, so you'll be able to watch it. It's worth watching. I'll back up Shindo on that one. Hayden did say it. What have I missed? Oh, I missed... Oh, the S-Bridge crew. I just missed that if you want to repeat it. I think, to be honest, though, the Star Trek thing interested me. And when it was shown at last year's E3 because they got a couple in, didn't they? They got the real Star Trek characters to have a go, and they loved it. And I think what that showed, which I thought was brilliant, they actually got in character. It was Geordie, weren't it? Was it Geordie and Data? And they actually got into character, and he said it was fantastic, and I haven't never seen that video. So much for leaving half an hour ago. Looks like my fish is asleep, or dead. Got the nightlight on. Hayden said on the podcast he's considering getting PSVR for Bridge Crew. I think that's a bit of a crazy move, if I'm being honest. I think he needs to... oh my God, just got in from Hawaii. Tough life, Eric. Tough life, mate. Yeah, you need to get that Redskin stuff off your basement wall, though. Looks a bit messy. Get some blue up there. Blue and red. With a big C on it. That'll make your basement way better. 4 I mean, everybody should watch this stream before this. Dick Wild. That's that other game. Have you played... Eric, why are you talking about... Have you bought the Farpoint yourself, by the way? I love baseball. Absolutely love it. Used to watch it religiously on Channel 5. Won their competition one year. Get a Newcastle shirt. Bloody hell, man. Wash your mouth out. Ever watched the Atlanta Braves? I've watched all... I used to be really deep into baseball. Used to watch it every week. Knew all the teams. Watched every game. Watched the World Series when Channel 5 had it. Is Dick Wilde any good? I've got it in my basket and I was going to buy it tonight. I've seen it's a fun cartoon hillbilly shooter. I've seen the video. It looks fun. Have you played some co-op in Farpoint, Eric? Because if you haven't, mate, it makes single player non-existent. It's amazing. We've just played about an hour of co-op. Phenomenal. My fish is moving. I have to turn the light off, actually. Destruction Derby. There's a lot of things that would be good in VR. I just hope, like I touched on at the start, the people... Oh, mate, you've got to play co-op. If I'm on late one night and you fancy it, I'll jump in with you. It is true. Go and watch the stream, as I said. You played the single player, and it's obviously cool and brilliant. As you know, the multiplayer is holy shit. Albert, naming the fish. You are about the 50th person that said to me, are you naming this fish? No, I'm not naming it. Why the hell would you name a fish? Even my ex-wife popped round today and... Oh, I'm not putting it on tonight. It's a bit late, Albert. Don't forget it's midnight here gone, mate. I've been gaming all since about 6 o'clock. I'm all washed out. When I finish the co-op tonight... Yeah, I know, Eric. You're not the first to... that's a good one. You're not the first to ask. Just keep listening. Call it Dave. Dave. I used to love that in Only Fools and Horses. Dave. Why do you call it Dave? Dave. Fucking hell. That was a show and a half, wasn't it, that? Made me cry with laughing on numerous occasions, that show did. The best scene ever in that show was the bar. Fucking hell, I can see it. I don't think I have ever laughed at a piece of comedy ever when I watched it for the first time. Subsequently, it makes you laugh and smile. The very first time I saw that scene, I think it nearly did me an injury. I was fucking collapsed. You all must know what I'm talking about. If there's a few Americans in the room, they probably don't. Where Del Boy's leaning on the old bar, turns round to Trigger. Play it cool, Trig, play it cool. While he's talking, barman's come and lifted the fucking door up and he goes to lean down and just face plants. Wipes me out. The second funniest, chandelier. Taking that chandelier down to clean it. They're all at the bottom of it. Right, hit it. Other one drops. What a programme that was. That programme made me cry, by the way. Because I used to be a religious fan of Only Fools and Horses. I'd watched every single one. And you know when they won the money, I was in tears. You know when the scene ended and they walked out. And I hated it that they took the money off them. I absolutely fucking hate it they took the money off them. Do you know the one, what they did? I was so angry with that. They finally made him, and that, by the way, I'm forgetting the classic, the scene with the watch when I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. When they got to be rich was a fantastic piece of writing. It finished the show. It was ready to be done. It fucking finished, and it was great. But then they added the extra 2 fucking shows on and made them get skint again. I thought, you idiots. Why? Albert, Fawlty Towers, I'm not a massive Fawlty Towers fan, but Fawlty Towers trivia, which is one of the best trivias, and especially for American people, because they always see Fawlty Towers as one of the, like, UK, like, stalwarts. Do you know there was only ever 12 episodes ever made of Fawlty fucking Towers, which is mind-blowing, because of the coverage it gets, all the clips that are ever shown. Not a great fan of it myself, think it was just a bit dated for me. Only ever 12 episodes of that was ever made, which is truly amazing. Remember John Cleese in Clockwise, the movie, when he was that school teacher? That I absolutely fucking loved that film. I thought that was brilliant. Have you used your Alexa to make phone calls? How do you do that, Eric? Don't forget, you guys in the good old USA, you've got way more shit than we have. Yeah, it was very, they didn't get on. Didn't get on at all. I'll tell you what would have been successful, looking back in history of that programme, and as I say, I'm not a massive fan. I think if they'd have done a spin-off, like with Manuel and John Cleese, they could have took them to Spain and ran a hotel in Spain. It could have been fucking gold. Definitely. So how do you do that, Eric? Explain to me. They just came out with messages this week. You're also in the US, aren't you, Albert? I think our mails that we get is a fucking shit, honestly. I think the last update, we get weekly updates and it says what's new in Alexa. And it's just shit crap. Atlanta Braves. Oh, Mick Luckhurst, the old kicker, remember him? The Brit. The left-footed Mick Luckhurst, the kicker from England, was the first successful Brit in the NFL. That's one of my big favourites as well, the NFL. Started watching it as well now because Sky have it. I love it. Absolutely fucking love it. Trigger's had the same broom for the last 20 years. Trigger's brilliant. Make phone calls and send... Makes phone calls from what, though? From your mobile? From what? I don't think we'll have it. We can't have. I don't think we've got the infrastructure to work, have we? It'd be fucking cool, though. Definitely. Do you want me to give you another alarming thing that is crazy, by the way? I didn't go to bed last night. You know, when I've sometimes talked on the show, I have a really bad nights because of my pain and shit. Never went to bed last night. And very funnily enough, I've only nodded on this couch this afternoon for about an hour. I don't feel tired, though. My body's weird. Just is. My back is what... That's my back is why I can't sleep, by the way. People have asked me before in messages that I've not answered. It's my back. My legs are as bad, but my legs, I've just lived with that shit. But my back is the worst. Fuck. So bad I can't even tell you. In fact, I keep...
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, stop. Where are you getting that from? Alexa, volume 5. Could it be long stints in VR? What, back pain or not sleeping? Back pain, I'm fine. Funnily enough, I don't get back pain when I'm stood up. You see, I've got a really... And I hate talking about my medical conditions. It is what it is. I just fucking live with it. When I stand up for a long period of time, my knees are fucked and I can't do it. And adrenaline would have kept me... You could have hit a spot on me. I mean, you hear me now. What time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:23 a.m.
It's 25 past 12 midnight here, and I am fucking wide awake, and I did not go to bed last night. It's got to be that. I agree with you, Mark. Definitely. And you heard my excitement in that stream earlier. That was so much fun. Christ, that was fun. I will, Eric. I'll have a look at that because it's interesting, mate. Thank you for the tip. But yeah, holy shit, that was fun. Shooting them aliens, bangy bang, it was fantastic. Slight spoiler though, just let me cover you as well, Eric. I want to tell you this. I do play 4 point standing. It wouldn't work sitting down here, and I much prefer it standing. But I only have like 20, I don't know about you, but we have like 20-minute, half-hour spells because I'm sweating like a pig. I'm breathing like a rotten-winded horse, as we say in this country. And you have to have like a 5-minute gap. I will tell you this though, Eric, big thing to tell you. It doesn't bother me, but if you've not finished the single player yet, and I don't know how long it is, I've seen things in co-op that I've not seen in the single player yet, so it's kind of slightly spoilery. I've seen enemies and things that I've not seen in the game, but it didn't spoil it. It made it brilliant, because seeing the enemies was fantastic. And new guns, I've seen guns in the co-op. When you get further in the level, you get new guns. But by the way, big warning in co-op, friendly fire kills your mate, as we found out before we'd even walked a step. Because we were both in the game and we thought it was fun to turn around and shoot each other. Shot me in the head and killed me. And we didn't know how to revive each other until somebody in the room told us. If one of you dies, you revive it with the scan button. You point and scan them and it fills the hearts back up. If both of you die, you've lost the level. It's fantastic though. Another big tip, if you try and co-op, we couldn't join each other's game. We was in a party together, but we couldn't join the game in the game's menus. What we had to do is go into as party chat and click the thing that says play together. Click play together, pick a game, click Farpoint, and it joins you together. So that's how we got in the game. So big tip. Do you see Farpoint 2? More than likely, but I see him supporting this co-op mode more. That co-op thing is like, you will be blown away by it. Is Ricky done for good? Probably not, Albert. No. Bet any of you guys saw my tweet tonight. I've had an email today. You know, I'm just getting into vinyl again and starting to play some LPs, as we call them. I've got Guardians of the Galaxy LP. I've got Thriller. I bought Michael Jackson's Thriller and listened to that yesterday. That is still a classic album, that is. I've bought Elvis Greatest Hits today. That's one of them's warped and it pissed me off. I've got U2 singles coming tomorrow probably from eBay. And I got an email today that HMV in June, apparently U2 are making a 30th anniversary of the Joshua Tree. The Joshua Tree is my favourite music album of all time. Phenomenal album. I don't own it, actually. I have been looking for it in vinyl, but it's about fucking £100 on eBay. Well, I've just seen tonight that on June the 2nd, U2 are making... U2 are making a 30th anniversary 7 LP box set that looks outstanding. It's got recovers, it's got the original album, it's got remakes and shit like that. It takes the lot £119 fucking pounds. How is that Guardians LP on vinyl? Is that a question of how is it, or how is it listening wise? It's down there. I can show you the cover. It's pretty cool. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on vinyl, for some reason, is not out until June the 23rd. Eric, I've had a right palaver, mate, with my turntable. I've bought just a cheap one, because I just wanted to get into it again and listen it through my expensive headphones. Bought a cheap one on Amazon. It had a fault. I've given that one to my daughter. Bought one today. That had a fault. Shit. I've got one coming tomorrow and that one going back to Amazon tomorrow. So fingers crossed, third time lucky, I get a turntable that works. I actually want it for headphones. I'm not, because the speakers in these cheap ones are shit. Do you have it? I have heard the album. I haven't heard it on vinyl. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. It's great. It is. It's cool. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, though, was even better. And I've seen, actually, was it Zavi that's ripping you off? There's Guardians of the Galaxy 2 basic album. That's going to be, I think that's $19.99 to pre-order now. Well, it's actually not out till August the 23rd. Pre-order it for $19.99. And then Zavi sent me an email today to tell me that there's a special deluxe version for £25. And do you know what the deluxe version is? It's bullshit. All they've done is split the album. It's the same album, but split it into 2 LPs. Utter bullshit. But I am getting into my vinyl. I love it. I just like the I'd like a decent turntable, but they're fucking stupid money. You can like £100 odd. If you want to look at the turntable that I got, Eric, there's an unboxing on my channel this week, just a short one. It's a really cool, nice little thing off Amazon. It's just that the speakers are shit. And the reason the fault was, when I plug my 3.5 auxiliary in the back, it hums in the headphones. It's like really poor fucking connection. And some clever people in the room have told me it's because it's not earthed correctly. And somebody said, well, it needs earthing. I wouldn't know what to fucking do. And to be honest, it's cost £30, which is what, about $40. So I just give it that. I hate when music publishers hold back songs and split albums and such. It's a shitty move to get you. Yeah, it's crap. Are you still 3D printing? I am 3D printing still, Eric. In the first stream this evening, we talked extensively about 3D printing. I love it. It's brilliant. Although I've not printed anything in quite a while. Do you think Bethesda needs to announce Elder Scrolls 6 to have a successful conference? Well, we know that is it Bethesda that's got a brand new IP coming? One of the big guys has got a brand new IP, and I always get mixed up whether it's Bethesda. Do we need an Elder Scrolls 6? Would you not like to see him do something totally brand new? I hope Sony just call the PlayStation 5 out, I do, because we all know it's there. And like I say, I just see Sony shitting on Microsoft's chips, I really do. They're going to let Microsoft do all the Scorpio shit on the Sunday. Why wouldn't you mention, even if it's just a tagline at the end? Imagine ending their conference, show us a shitload of new games, maybe Vita 2.0's rumoured, but then at the end, fucking splash screen at the back with a dark shadow. PS5 2018. Drop the mic, off you trot. That's how to close that one. It's all they need to do. I ought to do their show, don't you think? Can you see me on stage doing the Sony show? I wonder if I could do that. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Me on stage at E3 doing Sony's show. I'd shake 'em up. Right, you fucks, get ready. I hope I will say something about this though. I don't know if you guys knew this. The reason we've talked about this before, Eric, in the streams. I'm hoping personally that Microsoft steer clear of it completely. The AR was put on hold for 2.5 years. That's not going to be there anyway. I think that's on the back burner and probably due to fail, in my opinion. VR, I know there's been rumours about, and they keep fucking doing this. They need to concentrate on getting that machine back to where it was by bringing the proper fucking IPs out for it. Stop shoveling out the same shit. And honestly, if they mention VR at E3, I will be so disappointed. Seriously. I will fucking be... Because they're losing the fan base. They've lost this generation by an astronomical amount. 80 million Sony will announce at E3 they're going to sell. They are so far behind. They're mentioning that they got this more powerful machine. It's fantastic. We can't wait. You are going to be a brilliant machine. Please bring us shit to play on it. And just by bringing anything else, VR or some other shit, what you're going to do to that, you're taking it away from your machine. Announce VR next year. If your Scorpio's this powerful, and it is, it's going to be, we know that, they've showed us, we all know what it's going to be. Don't interfere with it this year. Knock it out the park with brand new IPs, brand new games. Let's get back to where it was. We need a successful Xbox. We need a successful Microsoft. If they fuck about with all this AR, VR shit, it's just another spanner in the works to deflect off everything else. Get the games right. That machine's going nowhere. Announce your VR 12 months down the line. Bethesda could announce a sci-fi RPG. They've got fantasy and apocalyptic. So yeah, I think they'll go sci-fi. I think that's the way they'll go if they do it. If that's where they're going to go. I'm so excited for E3. Fucking hell, is it going to be good? Holy shit. How good is it going to be? We say it every year, but it really is this year. Trouble is, though, I think it fucks about with our podcast. Microsoft shows on the same day at the same time, I think. So I don't know what we're going to do. I might jump on late night for a chat, see if the room fills up after... to have a chat about E3. See how it goes. I am waiting for a cool piece of tech, by the way, that I'm going to be unboxing, which is the maddest cool pieces of tech that I'm going to get for a while. I bought it 5 weeks ago, and it's on a 6-week delay, and it's about time they ship the fucking thing out as well. I'd love to go to... Oh, God, would I like to go to E3. Jesus Christ, would I? And you know, to be honest, there's probably nothing stopping me now. If I could work it out and sort it out, if I'm being honest. Obviously, I'd get a passport, but I can buy that in the middle of the year. I just need flight. I know I'm saying just. I just need flights and a couple of nights in a hotel room. I could go to E3, no problem. I wouldn't like to go on my own. I think it'd be I don't think I could go on my own, to be honest. But I'd like to go. Be interesting to team up with somebody to see if they want to go. Good night, Henage. Thanks for tuning in, mate. I'll more than likely be back tomorrow night for some more co-op on Farpoint, I think. Can't resist it. But yeah, E3 would be a great thing to go to. come to the US, PAX or E3. I'd go to E3 if it was anything. PAX doesn't interest me because I'm more on the video games. It is, and that worries me as well. I know that they're spanning it out, but I think that's a stupid move, to be honest. Yeah, I'd meet you, Eric, without a doubt, mate, definitely. I tell you what I'd like to go to as well, because this would kill two birds with one stone. I'd like to go to the PlayStation event in Vegas. In fact, given the toss-up, I think I'd actually prefer that. One, because it'd be great in Vegas, and two, it'd be a good event. It always has been. Wonder how much it would actually cost me to look it up, actually. Be interesting to check it up. Definitely. I could get press passes for E3 anyway if they don't do the public thing. I've been offered press passes before. In fact, one year, when we was at the height, when we was like 5, 6, 7,000 listeners and about 3, 4 years old, one year I think I got about 4 invites sent to me to go to E3. But I just couldn't go. So yeah. But the Vegas one intrigues me. I've got to admit that. That really is. So. Anyway, boys, I am going to call it this time. I told you, I've had an hour since I said I was going. But I am going this time. It's getting close to 1. I want a little bite to eat, to be honest, because I am really hungry. So I appreciate you guys coming in. Don't forget, guys, the stream's up there. The donation button's down there, as we talked about earlier. I'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, the games one in Germany is good as well. I nearly went to that 2 years ago as well. Anyway, I am closing down Shindu. Don't get me onto the subject. So anyway, thanks for the streams, guys. Hope you really enjoyed Farpoint. Anybody who's not caught them, they're all on the channel on Cranky Gamers on YouTube. Albert, it's nearly 1 AM here, mate. It'll either be a sandwich or some cereals for me. It's because I've not ate all day. I'm really hungry, which is a shit thing to do. I know it is. But yeah, going in, especially, it's the one before this one, I think, and we get some co-op on it. It's really good fun. And you'll hear me screaming, by the way. Cheers, Evil. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. As always, really enjoy these streams. And good night for everyone. See you soon, guys. More than likely tomorrow night. Good night, guys. Thanks a lot.